scrum under a little bit of pressure this time. Moa, Natiwa going across field for Smith, or just beaten by the bounce on a dry day. That might have sat up nicely. I was just thinking, Stu, maybe last week's the last time we hear this nonsense of crouch, touch, pause, engage. Let's hope so.
Yeah, well, 28 minutes in the second half, and the scoreboard has just been lying idle, man. So,
Auckland in there again on the Hawke's Bay ball. Now Eaton. Snapped up by Giddens.
Roll away, Blue, 10, 7 away.
Just so aggressive in defence, but it is there for Hawke's Bay as Eaton stretches in. Away for Elliott. Just not missing tackles tonight, Auckland. Johnson pops it up for Grant Webb. And too tight in there, so another scrum coming up.
Just talking about missed tackles, Hawke's Bay with 41% of the ball have missed 9, and Auckland with 59% of the Haggett just missed 6. So they've been very accurate, both sides, with the defensive screens. We do expect a few more missed tackles in wet conditions with the slippery ground underneath. And sidestep a guy and half a body, half a leg is not good. Tackling in wet conditions, basically you've got to flush the guy hot and solidly. And he'd be a happy man, although no points in the second half, Smithy. 24-3, they're just sitting back on that lead.
Well, those two scrums, Stu, I think they were the essence of Hawke's Bay's comeback, and they didn't quite get it right. Auckland put a lot of pressure on them, and some good goal line defence at crucial stages. So they'll be thrilled if they can keep their line intact, Auckland, in this weather.
Clark fires it wide. Good hands from Wilson as the kick was dropped in behind Ward. Taken down, and the greasy ball spills into touch. Well, let's just hope that if the final is here at Eden Park next week, that we get good conditions. It's just been so tough for the players tonight.
Well, once the round robin was finished and the top 8 was decided, Auckland knew that they were not going to go to an airport and get on another plane if they kept winning. They won the quarters, won a semi, they'd still keep back here, so the pressure's on the teams to come up and meet them. They're the top dogs.
Well, they've been the team of the season, haven't they? Unbeaten so far.
Doubt.
Got the Ranfurly Shield. One more. Oh, boy. What a whack that was.
Benson Stanley, I think.
I'm not sure there were too many arms in that one, but maybe we can check it a little later. As Chris Hurd takes it downfield. Now Moa delaying the pass.
Give it away.
Here's Smith. Got his pass off nicely to Nathiwa. Now Nick White. Up it goes to Flavel. He gave it to Kano. And Auckland are 15 metres away. Here's Moa with his strength. Up it goes. Try to Troy Flavel. That'll be enough to put Auckland into the final for sure. First points in the second half. It's taken 71 minutes. But Auckland now assured of hosting Wellington in the final.
Yeah, and Benson Stanley, that was the tackle that created the turnover. Benson Stanley also got involved in cleaning out that ruck. They went left, and this is them coming back the other way right. Moa to the big fella, and just momentum and a wet ground got him over. See that beautiful pass and the tackle. Able to Troy Flavel to get number 4 for the Hawks tonight. It's good, a good little passage of play. Just doing enough to wish Wellington all the best coming up.
Nathiwa's conversion. 31 points to 3.
Changes to Nathiwa, one of them. That was his last act in the match, that conversion. Nisbo, he's made way for Lockie Munro. Grayson Hart at halfback too, also for Taniela Moa.
Kick-off made by Clark. Benson Stanley stabs it away downfield and into touch.
Well, they don't lose any defensive qualities when Sam Tuitupu goes off to the bench. They drift Benson Stanley into second field, who instantly showed his attacking or defensive qualities by creating that last try with the big hit.
That's not straight, and so there'll be a scrum. Well, Hawke's Bay season is going to come to an end, but it's been a great run. It's been a fabulous run.
Well, it has, and they pulled in some magnificent crowds in Napier. They provided, what they've done, they brought a balance and competitiveness back into provincial rugby, which was long overdue. They entertain, they've got huge pride, they muscle up, and they set standards for the whole team, which displays huge character. I think it's fantastic.
Lockie Munro has to reach back. Again, losing footing there was Stanley. And Hawke's Bay are good enough to turn this one over, and they're going to launch from on the blind side. Now Apu, that came off the head of Elliott. The referee's got the arm out, playing an advantage. Snapped up by Nick White. Auckland are going to run this. Oh, careful, careful. Zach Guilford, I think he turned him over a couple of times. Grayson Hart jabs a little kick, but he's put it into touch. And yeah, he's going to talk about the tackle here.
Just whatever you man, I'll have a check with him, please. Just whatever you, please.
They lifted him up,
Yeah.
put him to the ground. They didn't take him to the ground.
So just
For a
penalty?
safety.
Yeah, okay. 11, 11. You just lifted him, mate. It's just dangerous. Be careful next time. Try him on.
Yes, it could have been a lot worse.
Get out, Sivan.
Play continues. 5 minutes remaining at Eden Park. Kano for Haiu. Now Nick White.
Play. 6 away.
Grayson Hart gets dumped by George Ngaupu.
Out now.
Borders there. And Angus McDonald.
2.
Away goes Haiu again. Boy, what a work rate this guy's got.
Out, play.
Braid lays it back. McDonald again. Continuation of this outstanding ball retention in these conditions. Now Hart clears it off to Flavel. Just in Hawke's Bay territory. Hart works it away for Kano, drops it onto the boot, and nothing much that Israel Dagg can do about that. So Hawke's Bay will have a line out, but it'll be inside their own 22.
Come off.
Pure stuff, Stewie. Pure stuff from Auckland. Just so common sense in the conditions. 3 changes for Hawke's Bay. 18 on, 17 on, and 16. So Will Crutchley, Christian Pura, and Jamie Muir on for Hawke's Bay. So some of their servants get a rest right at the end of the season. Hickory Elliott, Matt Egan, and Tom Malolo.
Good first up line out throw too from Jamie Muir. Eaton holding up. Just on halfway as Munro has it. Now Hart. Flavel drops it onto the boot. Whoop. And Hawkesbury bring it back. In the form of Dag. Nifty little kick. And all getting a little bit messy as we count down towards the end of this game.
Nisbo, can I do something very rare and compliment the officials tonight?
Yep.
In this conditions, I'll tell you what, they've done a hell of a job. They've communicated well. Josh Noonan, Vinnie Munro, and of course Chris Pollock with the whistle. I think in these conditions they've had a great match.
Smithy, I could probably compliment you too for gutsing it out down there.
Oh, good on you, Nisbo. You just buy me a red later.
Can you go and get the car for me?
Oh, yeah, well,
Seeing as you're already wet.
yeah, well, mate.
Oh dear, players slipping all over the place. Giddens puts a little kick in. And Auckland will probably try and launch on the back here. This is Chris Mahoney still going, and that's a big run. He ran backwards for a while, then he straightened up. Now Hart. Kick made by McDonald. And this is going to be a very useful kick. And again, Israel Dag, no options but to kick it out. And Auckland might fancy their chances here from a 5-metre line out.
Well, they're enjoying themselves now because first of all it was Jerome Kano, then Troy Flavel, and now Angus McDonald. All loose forwards, 2 with grubber kicks and Angus McDonald with a chip kick. Just showing the complete range of skills that all rugby players, doesn't matter what jersey number you wear, have to have.
Ball slipping through the hand, but it's fallen nicely for Daniel Braid. Hart. Munro decides to go back. The blind side! Oh dear. All a bit easy for Lockie Munro. He's a mercurial player and he's come up with an outstanding individual try. 36 points to 3.
Well, the ball goes left and he was standing still, so he thought, look, it's not off now on the left-hand side. I'll just have a quick run around the short side, and a little bit too easy. Hawke's Bay just caught short on this side.
Just emphasises the depth you're talking about, Stewie. It's not just in the forwards, it's in the backs as well. Auckland have got a classy 22 to take into this final next weekend. Wellington will have to be at their very best. Hawke's Bay's brave season has come to an end. They've just been outclassed, and Auckland have done it to them twice this year.
So the try scorer gets to make the last act of the game, Lockie Munro, and his conversion is good. So the flags go up, the whistle blows. Auckland win by 38 points to 3, and they will host Wellington in the final next Saturday night.
Auckland too good tonight. They just showed their class right across the 15 that started, plus the bench. With dominating the possession and the ball, they only had 8 handling errors, which was outstanding. They only missed 7 tackles. They thoroughly deserved this game. They thoroughly deserve their unbeaten status. And let's look forward to the capital heading north next Saturday.
Auckland will be the favourites, no question about that. They led 24-3 at half-time over Hawke's Bay. They ran out the winners to reach the final by 38 points to 3. Sam Tuitupo leading the charge. Troy Flavel made an impact off the bench. And it all combined tonight for a big win by Auckland in this second semi-final of the Air New Zealand Cup. 38 points to 3, finishing up with 5 tries. And no goal kicks missed by either Isa Nathiwa or Lockie Munro. 38 points to 3. Let's go under the stand. Michael Johnson, captain of Hawke's Bay, with Ian Smith.
Thanks, Nisbo. Yeah, well, Michael, difficult conditions, horrible conditions, in fact, and they played pretty pure rugby twice in a row against you.
Yeah, definitely. You know, the conditions were pretty terrible, but obviously it was the team that held on to the ball tonight would win the game, and Auckland really showed us how to do it. You know, the class team there just held on to that ball a bit more, and yeah, they got some good tries.
Defining moments in the game, perhaps the last try to take it out 24-3 at half-time. That was made the gap very big, and also a couple of offensive scrums that you had that you couldn't quite convert. Yeah, definitely. No, it was disappointing. You know, we tried to work on our set piece, but Auckland put a lot of pressure on us, and yeah, that last try was pretty disappointing. But yeah, just right on to my boys. It's been a huge season. It has been a huge season, and I don't think we should forget that either. I mean, the highlights have been probably performances at home in the home crowds, but by and large, the squad you've developed as well. Yeah, definitely. No, it's you know, the team, we just bonded together as a team, and you know, obviously winning, it helps, and you know, with our supporters, you know, at home and even on the road, it was amazing the amount of support out there for Hawke's Bay tonight, and we just thank them a lot, and yeah, just well done to the boys. Mike, we'll let you go and get in the shower. It's been a terrific season from Hawke's Bay's point of view, and all goes well for next year, eh? Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Smithy, and thanks everyone. Cheers. Thank you.
Yes, we can only endorse that, and the Hawke's Bay supporters. The team went over there and thanked the supporters. It was good to see.
Yeah, outstanding. Well, I tell you what, look at all this. I mean, I think that all those stats tell a story that Auckland dominated this game with both territory and ball. They'll be very pleased that they kept the Hawke's Bay scoreless in the second 40. They had all the ball, but look at that handling errors. They only got 8 handling errors. That's an incredible ability to hold on to the ball, as Michael Johnson said. And the minutes and 22 down the bottom, with all that possession, they spent a long time down in the correct field part of the field.
Right now, Sam Tuitupo with Smithy.
Sammy, smiles all over your face, because I think if you have a look at the tape of that, in those conditions, that was pretty near perfect effort.
Oh, it was. You know, we came into this game and we knew it was going to be, the weather wasn't going to be too good, and we knew we had to keep it tight. And you know, the forwards did us proud today. You know, they kept it tight, and they got the go forward for the backs.
Twice in a row you've played Hawke's Bay, you've shut out their willingness and their competitiveness. I mean, they did stick at it to the end, but you just really gave them no chance.
Oh yeah, I mean, full credit to them for getting this far. But you know, we knew if we picked it up another step, you know, these guys probably wouldn't keep up with us, and that's how it was tonight.
Amazing to have such big forwards with such great control in that first half to give you that big break.
Oh, it was. I mean, you know, the forwards played well tonight. We kept it tight, and you know, kept it close to the rucks, and you know, they worked really hard tonight, and got the go forward.
And defensively around the fringes, those 2 scrums Hawke's Bay had down there to get themselves back in the game. Your boys were very strong there.
Oh, exactly. I mean, our defence has been one of the key this year to our success, and if we keep this, you know, obviously the defence up, hopefully we'll go well next week.
Yeah, well, one more hurdle to climb, Sam. It's been an unbeaten season, unprecedented really, the standard you've set. So I guess one more week of hard work.
Yeah, exactly, one more week, and just looking forward to the home final.
Sammy, all the best. I know you're walking a bit gingerly. I hope it goes well during the week, eh?
Thanks a lot. Cheers, Smithy. Thanks.
Yes, he's an inspirational captain. Well, the rain just never stopped at any stage. It made life very difficult for the players and the officials, but Auckland put all that behind them and were most convincing tonight. As we have a quick look at the results from the weekend. Wellington winning narrowly over Canterbury last night, and then we had semi-finals in the Meads Trophy. Wanganui, North Otago the victors, the final to be played in Oamaru, and Auckland tonight 38 points to 3 over Hawke's Bay. So Wellington and Auckland in the final of the Air New Zealand Cup. Now next week, the provincial finals, we have Poverty Bay hosting South Canterbury. That'll be 1:30 on Saturday afternoon, and then North Otago against Wanganui, 4 o'clock kickoff in Oamaru, and then the big final will be on air at 6:30 to build up to the final between Auckland and Wellington right here at Eden Park. Now the Australian Rugby Championship final, and this will be played, you'll see it in fact at 10 o'clock. It is delayed between the Central Coast Rays and the Melbourne Rebels. That's the Australian Championship final. And the Curry Cup semi-finals, Natal Sharks coached by John Plumtree against the Lions, and that'll be on the Rugby Channel at 1:25. And then the Cheetahs against the Blue Bulls at 3:55. So the Currie Cup coming to its conclusion as well. So that's the story from Eden Park tonight. Atrocious conditions, but Auckland the winners, and they go through to the final against Wellington.
Fresh like the sound of my voice on the beat drop. Fresh like the smell of the rain on the treetop. Fresh like the snow falling down on the ski slope. Fresh like the sea breeze and it was sea soap. Fresh like Tic Tacs and the grip of the Mentos. Fresh like Island Girls and the whole can of end post. It's not an insult saying I've been dope since the first time, first rhyme my pen wrote. First verse I rehearsed and then wrote. That's what first birth my new thirst with pen strokes. Cause I had to get it extra right. And then I went and started practicing for extra nights. I put my time into the rhyme to make it extra tight. Now it's spitting fresher than I pack it extra wet. I know there's hope in the words that I'm yet to write. So from now till I exit life, I'ma bring it to you F-R-E-S-H. Fresh, fresh, fresh. My shit is fresh like F, the R, the E, the S, the H. Fresh, fresh, fresh. My shit is fresh like F-R-E-S-H. Fresh, fresh, fresh. My shit is fresh like F, the R, the E, the S, the H. Fresh, yeah. I'm steadily rocking the skills, heavily stocking them raps, readily dropping the flows, never no stopping them. The MC, like a B-boy, popping and locking and grab.
Coverage of the 2007 semi-final, Auckland versus Hawke's Bay, was proudly brought to you by ITM.